flight back from my first trip to Thailand. Wait. I overslept and I was late for my checkout. Get your minds out of the gutter, you filthy bastards. Anyway, it's really nice to be here in Zurich. I like being in Zurich now. I didn't used to it. It scared the shit out of me. I used to scare the shit out of me because I live way in the eastern part of Switzerland, very rural area, very rural and very backward, and kind of rough. And so are the people there. You know, it's called the Rhine Valley. And the people are a bit backward too. So none of your hip and trendy types you find in Zurich. These are more sort of the wellies wearing type, you know? These are more the wellies wearing type, you know, the ones with the really thick arms and calloused hands, you know, big bushy beards. And I'm not even talking about the men here. No, so, and they all used to freak me out with stories about Zurich, how threatening it was and how dangerous and violent and filthy and it was with drugs and prostitution. And of course, ever since I've been to Zurich a couple of times, I mean, it's not really threatening. It's not filthy. Certainly not violent. It's rather cute and not violent. It's like a dead kitten. Oh. And I mean, as for prostitution and drugs, I mean, they're really hard to come by. I mean, believe me, I joke. But the first time I was here, I was really, really paranoid, and I remember it was winter. It was already dark late in the afternoon, so I was walking down along a street, and then there was an alley, and somebody came out of that alley, and right at me, and I panicked. Luckily, I was wearing a half-drunk bottle of wine at the time, which I then used as a club to knock that fucker down. Because I'd been warned all about, you know, people wearing gang uniforms, you know, like the Hells Angels or Wu-Tang or what have you. But like in that case, you know, Salvation Army. Yeah, but in my defense, I panicked. You know, I didn't read the thing here, and I really panicked. And I still maintain, in my defense, a dark alley in Zurich is not a proper place to be for such an old lady. But I like living in Switzerland. It's really nice. The public transport system is great. I find it really great. It really gets you anywhere, and I really love that. And I've come to rely very heavily on the public transport system ever since we decided, you know, I should lower my ecological footprint. You know, like not drive anymore and do something for my health, you know, walk a little bit more, and we decided that was a very good idea. I mean, I keep saying we, but in actual fact, the idea came from the police. I know, because right after they revoked my driving privileges, which at the time I found to be rather a harsh decision, you know. I mean, sure, my driving that night may have been a bit erratic, but then it's very hard to go in a straight line when you're going across a cornfield. So I thought I'd done very well. And of course, my attempts to alleviate the situation by humour were not altogether appreciated. I remember the officer saying something like, "Oh, it smells a lot like alcohol here." And at which I stuck my head out of the window and said, "Oh yeah, now I can smell it too." I mean, one good thing did come out of that. It prompted me to stop drinking for a while. I said, all right, I'll cut the drink altogether. And it was amazing, remarkable how my life changed after that. Very shortly, practically overnight. You know, I discovered a lot of new things. You know, I discovered Saturdays, they started in the morning as well. Also, things started looking up job-wise. You know, at the time I worked in a call center, and 1 week off the bottle, and bam, they gave me a telephone. It was also, I found that doing stand-up comedy was much more rewarding doing it on a stage, addressing an audience, rather than doing it at a bus stop. That was really great. The only thing that really suffered was my love life, because the girlfriend I had then, I sort of had to let her go. Yeah, it was kind of sad. You know, particularly because I thought she was really cool, and I really liked her, and I thought she was really beautiful. But then, you know, I got sober and things started to change. I mean, I remember that morning I woke up next to her and I was all sober. It was really weird. And her apartment seemed all different. I always liked it that she had a lava lamp. I like that kind of retro thing. You know, there's a lava lamp on the nightstand. Well, when I was sober, I discovered there was no lava lamp at all. That was just her teeth. Yeah, no, that was more than that, you know. I mean, I saw that rose tattoo she had on her thigh, you know. I discovered that was just eczema. And I was really shocked at the time. And, well, you know, I mean, it made me really glad that I woke up before she did. But then I never could sleep very well next to her because in the morning she would always cuddle me, you know, keep poking me with her dick. So as I ran out of that apartment, nearly tripping over her wooden leg, I thought, oh well, this takes me right back to my first trip to Thailand.